Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, your host, as we got another exciting show for me. If y'all want to know what Dragon Sports Live is, well, let me tell you. It's a show we going to talk about some baseball, some football, and some basketball. On top of that, we going to also add in some music from you or artists that you may know. Unsigned local artists, independent artists, you name it, we got you. But like I said, it's a exciting show today. We're gonna talk about some of these draft picks. We're gonna talk about what's going on in the NFL. Will Lamar Jackson get his contract and how things are going, and then also got trouble brewing in the city. We also want to talk about how the White Sox and the Cubs struggling and more. Stay tuned, Drag Sports Live. But what better way to kick off the show than to go into some music? Like I said, it's music from people that you know. It's also music that you sent in to me. So if you want to be heard, make sure you send all your songs to dragonjumppro@gmail.com. And if y'all want to know what Dragon Jump Pro stands for, it's Dragon Jump Productions, presented who by which is created and founded by me, and sponsors Dragon Sports Live, because this is my baby. But like I said, we're going to talk more about, we're going to chop it up with the MLB. But first, we're going to give y'all a little bit of Isaiah Sharkey Stay. So check it out on Dragon Sports Live, because this is Isaiah Sharkey Stay.
Baby, you're always on my mind. Every day, thoughts of endless time. Sailing, making love with you. Daily, I know that this is new for you, and I feel the same way. You do too, but this we can't deny. Lady, that you're gonna be my baby. Won't you stay a while with me? I'll show you how love could really be. When we coast across the sea, a fantasy, one room, two hearts in love and unity. I've been searching high and low, trying to find out where did you go? Did you go? Did you go? I'm longing for your touch once more, baby. And those pretty eyes that I adore. We can't be apart for too long. It's not meant for us to be alone. So let's not try to fight the feeling we have inside of our hearts. Won't you stay
a logo. I remember when nobody came to my shows, but I kept on coming back like a yo-yo. In high school, they would lads try to label. Eating lunch with nobody at my table. Everyone that used to doubt got a day job. I just made a few stacks off a merch drop. Niggas by the time that they gon' take me serious. If you're not feeling this, you're probably delirious. I'm on one, it's I'm on one. It can never be me, cause I'm the reaper. And your dreams could sink your spots on. They trade a cloud for sobriety. I can feel the hate building up, it's inside of me. I'm on one, it's I'm on one. It can never be me, cause I'm the reaper. And your dreams cause play the guitar like you're young Santana. Rapping VT like my name Bernie Sanders. Living two lives like my name Danny Phantom. On my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer. Play the guitar like you're young Santana. Rapping VT like my name Bernie Sanders. Living two lives like my name Danny Phantom. On my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer, yeah. Yeah. CDG on my feet when I hop out. Me and Jay on the beat, that's about now. Whole squad going dumb like it's summer school. I got hits, got smashes like a drummer do. OG, now you see me on the TV. Went from selling pieces, now I'm selling CDs. I know you see me, know you need me, but believe me, I feel like dying at my name, Lil Weezy. It's about time that they go and take me serious. If you're not feeling this, you're probably delirious. I'm on one, yes I'm on one. It can never be me, cause I'm the reaper. And your dreams could sink your spots on. They trade the cloud for sobriety. I could feel the hate building up, it's inside of me. I'm on one, yes I'm on one. It can never be me, cause I'm the reaper. And your dreams could play the guitar like a young Santana. Rapping VT like my name Bernie Sanders. Living two lives like my name Danny Phantom. On my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer. Play the guitar like a young Santana. Rapping VT like my name Bernie Sanders. Living two lives like my name Danny Phantom. On my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer, yo. Roll my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer, yo. I say, oh my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer, yo. Yo, yeah. Oh my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer, yo. Yo, I say, oh my shit bang like a motherfucking hammer, yo.
Everybody put your hands in the air. 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 Straight from the top, gotta have reached me making progress. Lean into the process, understand me not there yet. Claim king like lion, no rude boy not trying. More homage, I thrive in. You been there, I find it. Soothing to the soul, jazz, blues, and roots. Reggae in my they boots, say that you scared to move. Be here, win or lose, got nothing left to do. If you're feeling nothing, just root in. Everybody put your hands in the air. 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 Now put your hands on the level heaven. Keep them away from the devil and never buy what he's selling. Trust me, it's fire. Slim slicker, slither who tripping, caller, but a grip if he tighten a little more. Death is imminent, I am sure. Wanting more out of life than the venom that they recite. If you present it, then they will bite. I've been trying to reach the light. Got to it, they told me sight gave me more power to write. If you're feeling it's what you like, then everybody put your hands in the air. 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 Hands clap to the beat now. How high can you reach now? Stomping your feet now. Dead cannot sleep now. Running and jumping streets now. Flooded with people. One love you was speaking. Bob Marley was teaching me. Once he's touching the hearts of others, they tell me I'm dumb and I'm loving it. I'm asking one question: why can I make this music? The gift has got me feeling motivated, so you can call me anything but stupid. Me God, me going hard, me Lord, me guard. Later, my got too much weight on my shoulders, weight on my shoulders, weight on my shoulders, weight on my shoulders. There's nothing I would rather do than spit a reggae tune to you. If you're feeling it's what you, if you're feeling it's what you, then everybody put your hands in the air. Everybody put your hands in the air. Everybody put your hands in the air. Everybody put your hands in the air.
Everybody put your hands in the air. Everybody put your hands in the air. Everybody put your hands in the air. Everybody put your hands in the air.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. If you just tuning in, that was AJ and the Envelope with your hands in the air here on Dragon Sports Live. Like I said, we got an exciting show for you guys today, and it's about to go down. And then if you want to catch this podcast, you can catch this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. You can even catch it on iHeartRadio. Just type in Dragon Sports Live, and you shall see what you've been looking for. And if you want to see it, just go to youtube.com/DONPE1. Or you can go to DragonJumpPro.com. Again, that's DragonJumpPro.com. So check it out. And if you're an artist, you can send your music to DragonJumpPro@gmail.com. If you on Apple Music, send your artist name, how I can find you on Apple Music, or send me the link to Apple Music. Whatever. But your music will get played on Dragon Sports Live. That I can guarantee that. Put you in a rotation with all the artists that send me music and get more people to listen to your music. So check it out. But that's what's going on with that, with the music tip. Now, as far as the baseball tip, we did have a rookie. It's the basically Braves pitcher, Spencer Strider, first pitcher since the 1900s, preferably actually 1966, but 11 strikeouts, 2 or fewer hits allowed in the game. He was almost had a perfect game, but that was screwed up by Ohtani. But anyway, he almost first game. It's the first Brave since 1966. So big ups to that. And he's only a rookie. He's a rookie. That's a good feat to have. You're only a rookie, and yet you already are in the record books for something. That's what's up. I like it when I see rookies do that. It means that they're doing what they need to do. They're doing everything that is needed for them to succeed, to be the best. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. All right. Mets also to retire former first baseman Keith Hernandez, his jersey number 17. He joins Tom Seaver, number 41, Mike Piazza, 31, and Jerry Kuzman, 36 as the only players to have their jersey retired by the Mets. So, big ups to them. Congratulations on that. Very emotional moment for them. But to have your jersey number retired is a huge honor on anything. It's like, that means nobody else will be able to get that number. That number is submitted as legacy. Holds on. Like, if you come to Chicago, nobody gets 23. I believe with the Bears, nobody has 34. It's cemented. So, legacy holds that big honor. Congratulations on that. In other Mets news, though, pitcher Jacob deGrom puts on a second rehab start for a Class A St. Lucie. So he is or will be back probably, I want to say, early August. So yeah, early August or probably end of the month, you will see Jacob deGrom back in action. Another person who's back in action and who will be rejoining the team soon is also Chris Sale. He will be rejoining the team soon. He had a very emotional, strong rehab assignment, and he'll be joining the team real soon. You could probably see him this Tuesday as he makes his first start. But he will be back as well. So, that is that. Red Sox third baseman Rafael Devers back. He will miss at least one game because he injured his back. Probably like a sprain or sore back, but he will miss that. Red Sox also placed pitcher Connor Seabold on a 15-day IL. He's and also in and outfielder Christian Arroyo on a 10-day IL. So Connor, he injured his right forearm, and Christian Arroyo injured his groin. Those people will be placed on IL, but we will see them back. And then also the Padres placed Jurickson Profar on a 7-day concussion IL. And what happened was him and CJ Abrams, they clashed into each other. So he had to be stretched off the field. And I'm glad to see he's okay and it's just a concussion. But yeah, the way the collision looked, like he hit his head, he was out for a second, he was down. And I hate to see those type of injuries in baseball, especially when y'all on the same team. It's like, you don't want to see injuries at all, but when you see a collision like that, it's like, ugh. Because the way he went down hard. So it was like, oh, ow. Like they run full force, both trying to catch the ball. The play was made, by the way. It was called, but it was a little bit of sacrifice. So you hate to see that in the games. Nobody wants to see that at all. So it's like, best thing to do is keep forward, keep pushing, move forward. But like I said, I hope for the best for him. I hope he's well, and I hope he's okay with that note. So prayers go out to him on that. Like I said, it's just concussion right now and like a stinger probably. But other than that, he's pretty much fine. So that's a good thing. We'll probably see him back within a couple days. Just take it slow. So, you know, we got more of that. Right now, the current standings and win streaks right now for baseball is looking real good for one side. So last team, you know, Yankees still sitting in the top of the American League East. They last 10 games, they are 5-5, and they're currently on a 1-game win streak. But they had some really tough games against the Boston Red Sox. Also, like literally going like 11 endings. So they had back-to-back 11 ending, like extra ending games. So I know some of them probably retired and all that. But the Toronto Blue Jays is also on a 2-game win streak. They're also 5-5, and a lot of teams are starting to catch up. So as we get close to All-Star weekend for MLB, a lot of teams are starting to close that gap right now. So like right now, Yankees got a 13 game win advantage over the Tampa Bay Rays, who's 6-4 in their last 10, and 14.5 over the Blue Jays, who's been scorching. You go into American League Central, right? The Twins are sitting with 50 wins, but they're 4-6 in their last 10, and the Guardians, who've been on a 3-game win streak, they're 6-4 in their last 10, and they're closing in on the Twins as far as top of the Central, American League Central. They are 2.5 games back, and like I said, they're on a 3-game win streak right now. Sox is also 6-4. They went. It's like they woke up, went on a tear, and they're literally 1 game from being at 500 win, like 500 win percentage. So, but they're 6-4. They lost their last game though. No big deal. But they're getting closer to being like they're 4 games out of the Central. So we can make it up, and we also got a lot of we're starting to get players back. We got Tim Anderson back. We started to get a couple other players back. We got Lewis Roberts back. You know, we starting to get it. Now you go to American League West. Astros sitting top, but the Mariners is closing in their last 10 games. They have won all of their last 10 games, and they're on the 13-game win streak right now. And like I said, it's been amazing watching the Mariners is literally 13-game win streak, turning it up left and right. So, and a couple of their games came in close, come like tight extra innings or walk-off wins. I watched a couple of those games. I was like on the edge of my seat, enjoying it. And I was amazed. So, they're 10-0. Then you go in the National League, the Mets. They are 2.5 games ahead of the Atlanta Braves. But both of these teams in their last 7 are 7-3, with the Mets having a 4-game win streak and the Braves having a 3-game win streak. So, starting to creep up. It's going to be a good race. Come playoff time, like I said, All-Stars coming up. Home Run Derby, all that jazz. That's coming up. National League Central, we got the Milwaukee Brewers. They on a 2-game lose streak, but they're 3-7 in their last 10. St. Louis Cardinals is on a 2-game win streak and 6-4. They are 1 game behind the Brewers. If they win the next game, the Brewers lose, St. Louis will bump up. And then you get to the bottom where the Pittsburgh Pirates, they're 38-54, and they lost their last 4 and 4-6 in their last 10. Cubs, we're 1-9 in our last 10. The struggle has been real for the Cubs this season. Hopefully they can make some more roster moves and shake up things a little bit. But the positive note is we will have brothers, Will and Wilson Contreras, both in the All-Star game. You know, it's the first time that you have brothers start alongside each other in the All-Star game. So that will be, one is a catcher, one is outfielder, I believe. So that's a good feat. But like I said, Cubs has been struggling this year. Sitting at 34-57, and they're 15.5 games back. So unless they can turn around after All-Star break, we don't know. But like I said before, their last 10, they're 1-9, and I watched their games. Their struggles been real. Like 1 game they lost, it was like 12-6. A game before that, it was critical. So Cubs has been struggling. White Sox is starting to make a comeback. But in the National League West, though, the Dodgers are 60-30. They're on a 4-game win streak, and they're 9-1 in their last 10. So in the last 10 games, they only lost 1 game, and that 1 game came off of a walk-off win. Padres on 2-game win streak. They're sitting 5-5. Actually, everybody in the West except the Arizona Diamondbacks are on win streaks right now. Rockies is 8-2 in their last 10, and the Giants is 6-4 in their last 10. But who gonna break this Mariners win streak right now? 13-game win streak. Who's gonna break that? Now we do got a couple good games coming up, you know. I don't know if y'all been catching Summer League, but stay tuned. Y'all should check it out. But we're going to give y'all a little bit more. We're going to give y'all some more music. And I just got to come and ask who we got next coming up on Dragon Sports Live. That's a real good question. Who do we got coming up on Dragon Sports Live? How about Martell DB Leg Shaking here on Dragon Sports Live? Y'all like the sound of that? All right, let's do it. Martell DB Leg Shaking here on Dragon Sports Live. Check it out, y'all.
Martell D.
I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. I can tell they looking with my eyes closed. I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. I can tell they looking, I can tell they looking. I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. Eyes closed, eyes closed. I've been smoking on some sour diesel. Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low. Eyes low, the eyes low. Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low. Eyes low, eyes low. Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low.
I
get my steeds from my daddy now. I smoke my trees and I'm back again. Breathe through my abdomen, gotta stay calm. These movies be actresses, life is a come. I'm just moving through chapters. But who the fuck asking? You see the passion, it's worth the reaction like every time. Bitches be mad, I be very fine. Kisses get blown, they be paralyzed. Shifting the paradigm. Give love till you can't get no more. Shit, I love all of my hoes. They come to all of my shows. They laugh at all of my jokes. Rerolling all of they dope, getting high as they hoes. Legs open wide as they scope. I like the vibe on my flow. Tickle them thighs when you moan. I done decided I'm done. Waiting for my day to come. Chasing my dreams on the run. Ain't got much time for you, hun. Especially if you ain't working like we working. Rest too easy, catch disease. I ain't slept in 6 weeks. 'Tis the season we succeed. Cause misery love company.
I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. I can tell that nigga with my eyes closed. I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. I can tell that nigga.
Yeah.
I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes.
Smell it.
Eyes closed. Eyes
I can smell
closed.
it.
I've been smoking on some sour diesel. Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low. Eyes low. The eyes low.
I can tell.
Yeah, that's probably why my eyes
I can
low.
tell.
Eyes low. Eyes
I can
low.
tell.
Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low.
Eyes low cause I can see the fake. Fam starving while you lick the plate. Ordered dessert while homies was hurt. Said they was fam, but what is it worth? None of my bitches go hungry. If that's the case, then we starving. Running your crib and we robbing. Homies, just don't get us started. Say what you want, but regardless. Gotta go. Smell the pussy through the clothes. Fuck the boys get exposed. They don't know what I know. All my fam gotta eat. All my hoes got a leash. Hate that line, take a seat. Don't blame me, blame this beat. That boy rock, make that drop. Turned it on, made a song. You attracted like a pheromone. In my zone, at her home. Make her moan and leave her alone. You know how that go. Don't think you special. It's limit selection. I stepped in your section. Smell the essence of Wico. Now Pito. Tried to hit me and my mans. Girl, that's a no-no. Try to take photos and put them on IG. That's highly unlikely. Baby, please don't surprise me. Trying to speak kindly, but according to findings, no matter the timing. Anybody, I say anybody, fuck around, do you grind me?
I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. I can tell that nigga with my eyes closed. I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes. I can tell that nigga.
Yeah.
I can smell the pussy on these weak hoes.
I can smell it.
Eyes closed. Eyes
I can
closed.
smell it.
I've been smoking on some sour diesel. Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low. Eyes low. The eyes low.
I can tell.
Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low.
I can tell.
Eyes low. Eyes
I can
low.
tell.
Yeah, that's probably why my eyes low.
If you look into my eyes, you might say they half empty or half full. I think it all depends on your perception. Legs sitting lower than a low.
Scraping concrete, give me space for the truth that I speak. Sour D's,
I'm Shaquille O'Neal with these magic feet.
yeah, I'm sick with it, that's the prognosis.
Back to the basket and the Shaqnosis.
I blow this, before you see us, that's a loud notice. And I notice that you look into my eyes. You can tell that they real easy cause hard for me to breathe, though. I've been smoking on some sour diesel. Gassed up when I whip, I'm good for the road. On some sour diesel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne. If you just tuning in, then you just missed some great song, Eyes Low by Mother Nature, featuring B Honey and Jeff Kings. So, like I said, y'all just missed a great song, but don't worry, you ain't miss it. Because you can catch it again on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Type in Dragon Sports Live and listen to the show. Be sure to send a comment if you need me to add anything. On top of that, if you are an artist, be sure to reach out with your link to your music so I can put you on my show. So, like I said, you can catch it Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, be sure you can catch it on www.youtube.com/DONPE1. This is Dragon Sports Live, and I'm your host, Dante Payne. Be sure to follow on all social medias at DragonJumpPro@gmail.com. But say all tracks will be posted in there, so you can check out the video as well, get the track name, look them up, support the artist. And you know what? Who got some also support right now? The Raiders. So, the Las Vegas Raiders, formerly the Oakland Raiders, hires NFL's first black woman, Sandra Douglas Morgan, as the organization's team president. So she's the first woman of color as the team president. And I think also the first woman in that high of a position as well. So big ups to them on that. I just find it a little bit ironic though. Just a little bit, because you just fired a coach because of racist remarks, right? And all that stuff. And then you had all that drama swirling around that. And then now y'all hired the first black woman as the organization's team president. It's a little contradicting, but you know, y'all moving in the right direction. Y'all going in the right step. And let Miss Sandra Douglas Morgan do the best she can for y'all. I hope she will. I pray that she will. Well, congratulations to her on that. Other Raider news. So, Richie Incognito, he announces his retirement. He was a third-round draft pick of the Rams in 2005. And he has played for the Dolphins and Bills as well. And he also had a trend of 274 games or more. Well, he had his mental issues back in the day. He was at a funeral, threw something at somebody, threatened to kill somebody. So he had his mental issues, but at the same time, he also had injuries that kept him out last season. He was banned all season, but for most part, when he came to the Raiders, he was actually doing really well. He announced his retirement, though. He had a good season, been around for a while, but he gonna focus on other ventures. He gonna focus on like doing stuff with mental health awareness and all that stuff. And this is also his second time retiring as well. So he's joining Gronk. You know, he retired back in 2017. Now he unretiring. He joining Gronk with the retiring twice thing. So now he says, done. It's official. My time has come. I'm done. Ain't coming back. I'm done. So not only that, we also had other retirements. We had offensive tackle Mitchell Schwartz. He retires from the NFL. Now, he is the one that has played basically 274 consecutive games without missing a snap. That's over 1,665 snaps. And he didn't play last year. He was released like early March last year. So he announced his retirement. And it's like when the time comes, the last team he was with was the Chiefs. So he retired. Hard fart season. Like both of these players had hard fart seasons. Oh, excuse me. Sneeze came out of nowhere. But yeah, as I was saying, these teams had a hard fart season. They both worked their butts off to get to where they are now. So, congratulations to them on that. Another person who's retiring is Dolphins' Jason McCourty, the twin of David. I think his brother's still playing. Either way, one twin was drafted first. Then the other twin came like a year later. And then they end up being on the Patriots together, winning Super Bowls. Like I said, Jason McCurdy retires after 13 NFL seasons. Because of him, he did wonders for my favorite team, the Patriots. And he was doing wonders for the Dolphins, but he announced his retirement as well. And then y'all know Hall of Fame is coming up, so we got 2 coaches potentially are among the finalists as far as getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. One is Mike Shanahan, y'all know who he is, and Mike Hogan. 2 of the most winniest, well, I should say most efficient coaches to be elected. So hope they get in. Big ups to them if they do. Congrats. But they are among the finalists for the Hall of Fame. And Justin Houston and the Ravens agreed to a 1-year deal. So we still having our deals been done in the offseason. Still has no deal for Lamar Jackson. I don't know what's going on with that. You know, Lamar doesn't have an agent, so he's actually negotiated with the team itself. We're going to see how it go. He did show up for OTAs, and he's at minicamp, the mandatory training camp, so he was there. We just don't know what's going on with that. But I honestly think y'all should pay the man. He did wonders. He was basically revamped the whole offense. Like, you make the offense tailored for him. That's what the Ravens does. Like, he didn't really have a throw. I guess they say if you could throw the ball more, but a lot of times he was throwing the ball accurate and they wasn't catching it. So now he got a little bit better weapons, but still pay your quarterback. He's still on his rookie deal. Pay your quarterback, and he seems to get better and better each year as the year progresses. Pay your quarterback. If he deserve it, he deserve it. Pay your quarterback. That's all I'm gonna say. Pay your quarterback. Bears, on the other hand, so wide receiver David Moore, he was arrested for substance and weapon offenses. Who they just acquired him to the team, but he's also the third Bears player to get arrested. The others is linebacker Matt Adams. He had a gun possession misdemeanor. And then that was like 2 weeks ago. And then also wide receiver Brian Pringle, who just came over from the Chiefs. So basically all these receivers is ones that just came over. Like, we just got these guys. Pringle was driving recklessly without a license. So his not so bad, but the other ones is a little bad. And I hope they still on the team. Hope they can produce. But why? Just why, people? Why? We don't need to do all that. Y'all are a representation of the Chicago Bears. Y'all are watched by fans and owners and GMs. And y'all risking y'all chance of being with a new team. Some of y'all is a way to rejuvenate your career. Some of y'all just trying to find your place to fit. But either way, whatever your choice is, no need to do that. Not at all. Not at all. Don't need to. You don't, just obey the laws and do what you got to do. Keep them moving. Browns finally got rid of Baker Mayfield. They sent Baker Mayfield to the Panthers for a 4th or a 5th round pick. So that it's really a 5th round pick, but it could potentially become a 4th round pick, depending on how the season goes. So now that's going to open up room for the Panthers. So now it's going to be an open competition. So right now, Sam Darnold is still slated to be the starter, but y'all got 1 and 2 as far as interceptions in the NFL league. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold are both 1 and 2 as far as interception. So, would it be an open competition? Who gonna win the starting job? who's going to get the start. Here's my thought on that. How, like I said, they're both 1 and 2 as far as interceptions. I think you're going to have Darnold start one game and then Baker Mayfield start one game. Or you're going to have one start one half, then the other one start the other half. I feel like I haven't really seen that, and with those two quarterbacks, I feel like that's what's going to happen. They're going to be the first teams to do that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what preseason come August. I'm looking forward to preseason, but then I'm looking for the regular season. Like, who's going to win the starting quarterback? Because, like I said, minicamp is happening now for most teams. Some teams will report on the 19th, but some is already there. It's happening now. I know the rookies are there, and the QBs are there. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see how's it going to go down. I am so curious. And while I'm being curious, we're going to hit Don Michael Jr. Run for Your Life here on Dragon Sports Live. That's what's coming up. So I want y'all to check it out. It's Don Michael Jr.
I know where your thoughts go. You think you could get in and get out. I'm more like a flame to a moth, though. You could get too close and then burn down, but you can't help it. You're attracted, and I am too. It's like magic. But what happens when young love meets passion? It turns tragic, and I've been here before, girl. I don't want to be the reason you missed out. I don't want to be the reason you don't go. So you hold out till we have to both grow. When we both know you love hard when you fall in it. I love hard when my heart's in it. Our whole life is ahead of us. We can't see past our heart's vision. We're crippling.
And she knows it. Our love so strong, we stop growing. I'm a murderer. She's a murderer. And she knows it. And I know it. We knew our past, but stop going.
Don't she know I'm a murderer? Unless I let go of her. I want you to go. I'm telling you, go. I'm wanting you, go. You better run for your life. You're too young to die, and I'm killing you. So go. I want you to go. I'm telling you, go. I need you to go. You better run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. You're too young to die. You're too young to die. Run for your life. And we all know the old saying: if you let it go when it come back, what if you let go when it don't leave? Cause I only want her, but she wants me. So yeah, that college, you can skip that. Or that scholarship, you can get back. Or that job you get, it's just local. Now it's not an issue to hold you, but I snap right about it. Think about it, she be my gravity and not allow it. I can have my dreams where the clouds is, but see my feet and be grounded. So touring seems boring, and traveling with my boys is just pointless. They're whoring when she's such a sure thing, but that's crippling.
And she knows it. Our love so strong, we stop growing. I'm a murderer. She's a murderer. And she knows it. And I know it. We knew our past, but stop going.
Don't she know I'm a murderer? Unless I let go of her. Go. I want you to go. I'm telling you, go. I'm wanting you, go. You better run for your life. You're too young to die, and I'm killing you. So go. I want you to go. I'm telling you, go. I need you to go. You better run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. You're too young to die. Run for your life. You're too young to die. Run for your life. You've gotta run. You have to run. You've gotta run. You have to run. Run for your life. 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 Go. I want you to go. I'm telling you, go. I'm wanting you, go. You better run for your life. You're too young to die, and I'm killing you. So go. I want you to go. I'm telling you, go. I need you to go. You better run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. You're too young to die. You're too young to die.
Somebody raised the alarm. Paddock aesthetic is factory set in the mirror, my calm. I need perfection on all of my psalms. I fix every blemish like topical balm. In a little kissing with palms, sway in the breeze like Stevie on keys. The outstretched arms, a musical festival. My vision not even correctable, but you might see me in luxury optics. The chili oil that accompany dumplings, burning a hole in my chopstick. Very effective but painful like dropkick. The lamb is coated in cumin like me in this North Face double G Parker. Pinstripe white vest underneath it, I look like a carnival barker. Dior Sauvage, the odor, yeah. I'ma start selling the coders, yeah. So many lyrics get lost in the shuffle. I help when I can, but I'm trying to sew out the seams on the stuff of the Benjis. Peek through the stitches, I grab all the fugitive, stuff them in bridges. Shutting down any beat you put in front of me, bam out of bio on pick and roll switches. The mirror that came with the Wago, Roca Accords, the richest I tasted. Feel like they're mad as no pictures are wasted. No gimmicks or glitches, I stay to the basis. Multiple months ago, I started floating, I still ain't put kicks on the pavement. Keep them in minty condition, I'm smooth on these records, don't generate friction, yeah. The margarine, look at my fan base, keep getting larger and larger. 3-digit code at the gate in the Tartar, a Cerberus fight with my SRT Charger. I'm gonna lead by the size of a margin, with every new record, the distance increases. Dossier loaded with currency, coordinates, shit got more pages than graduate thesis. Compound loaded with shooters, I know them all, I'm a frequent commuter. Etch every line in a tablet or pewter, I upload a file to a supercomputer. Euphrates, a tigress, a flow been established. Necklace got 2 types of water, it's brackets. Shook off the dirt like a radish. If you looking for me, I'm usually swimming in salad, okay?
From the start we have known about the signs, yet and still we just go about our lives as if we don't see them. We're so out of our minds, we are running out of time. In his word we were told about the Lion of Judah that died but rose and will arrive once again, yet we hold on to the lie that we're never out of time. It's Times Square, he's on the corner holding out a sign that reads, repent today, you're almost out of time. But he's either dissed or dismissed. Some walk past him thinking he's just holding out his mind. The cops want him to stop professing his faith. The homosexual said he's spreading the message of hate. The Mormon and Jehovah Witness debate him over scriptures. The priest said, confess to me or there'll be no forgiveness. But over their rants, this guy is screaming, Christ is coming back, your time is fleeting. Some atheist guys won't buy him, teasing. They said religion and slaves were science, freezemen. Some Muslims tell him it's Elijah preaching. Jews spit on him and call him a mindless heathen. But out of concern for them he's crying, pleading, begging them to turn. He said in Christ is freedom. They hear that and then they try to seize him. Enraged they all give him a violent beating. Some Christians see this and say this guy's the reason we look bad. They turn a blind eye and leave him. If only they knew sometime this evening the sky will crack and heaven's light will bleed in. The Christ will come and they will cry with knees bent, wishing they listen cause they're out of time to repent.
Why rush? I lust after your lethargy. I am he that steals so cleverly. I am he that pleads so jealously for your soul. So let's cease with the pleasantries. You know me well, you know me well. I am he who offers the evil behind the empty bullet shell in the face of many. Paint it, just let me celebrate this bloodshed and then make it trendy, causing confusion of the truth, illusions to the youth. Sons of anarchy and daughters who prostitute, becoming deadbeat daddies and mommies who abort, destroy families. How delicious is the thought? ISIS, the gender crisis. This to me is timeless. All of my puppetry hidden in the silence. Most importantly, the voice that you know that whispers in your ear, not today, tomorrow. Time, there's plenty of it. The words that you covet. I dance in the shadows while my slaves and my subjects sell all they have for a moment, and I love it. The range of emotions I watch as they plummet into the depths until they're in my courts by the unseen war that I wage in their thoughts. I work fast because my time is short, so you ask for more, I'll reply with of course.
Look at my feet, I've been 10 toes down. Call me what you want, but you can't call me no clown. All smiles, no frowns. No, I'm in deep shit, bitch. You rock cheap shit, bitch. I'm elite, bitch. Same way I come through, be the same way I leave. Driver outside in the black grandma key. If I peep some weak shit, you know that I'm a cheat. I'm a cold piece, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Loretta Mars, who is she? Attitude so humble, flow got a bum 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 bum. I know I'm the one. I ain't like no other. Ask my mother, doing more than her now. Guess that you're in trouble. I see the favor and I go for it. I don't wanna be a star, I have to hope for it. Never, can't afford to be predictable. Magnet for the things that have got their own issues. Nobody ever show love. No, I ain't giving no fucks. No, I ain't giving no fucks. Nobody ever show love. Like that. If you play with me, then I'ma need you to bring that ball right back. Same way I gained, I'ma take the same loss like that. Same way I pull up to your spot, bet it's gon' cost like that. Like boom, I'm wildin', you niggas profiling. These bitches in silence, got degrees like I'm in college. Take a look right at his mileage. Look at how these niggas flossy floss. Take her to your spot and you gon' see her shit go bouncy bounce. I got bad bitches who say that they gon' ride. I got real niggas who won't let nothing fly. I got fake niggas who are blessings in disguise. I got fake bitches who would never have tried. Look, I don't kiss ass cause my ass wasn't kissed. And if I ever did, I would never lick my lips. Why would I trip when I plan on doing more? All that talking shit won't make it to the Forbes, nigga. Nobody ever show love. No, I ain't giving no fucks. No, I ain't giving no fucks. Nobody ever show love. I know I'm the one. I ain't like no other. You can go ask my mom. Doing more than her now. Guess that you're in trouble. Attitude so humble. Flow got a bum. I know I'm the one. I ain't like no other. You can go ask my mom. Doing more than her now. Guess that you're in trouble.
Don't get it twisted, no, the grass ain't greener. Grass ain't greener. Don't get it twisted, no, the grass ain't greener. Grass ain't the grass ain't greener. Don't get it twisted, no, the grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener. Don't get it twisted, no, the grass ain't greener. Grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener. Don't get it twisted, no, the grass ain't greener.
Yeah, you know this
this world to paint a picture for ya. It's so convincing you would think it's one of Cochran's lawyers. Throw that tempest in your face till you cannot ignore her. Eyes on her thighs, now you Dora, trying to explore her. Convince yourself she's just a friend and it's strictly platonic. But now with her sending you messages saying she want it. Ain't it ironic you and wifey at ends with each other while the devil whispers go and do it and say that I done it. But he ain't mention the guilt that follows sick to your stomach. Can't look your spouse in the face when she kiss you, you running. You violated the covenant between a man and woman. You never considered the consequences. He planning something. Divide and conquer, create single parent households. Crying, Lord, why I bring this on my house phone? And every time you call, you get the dial tone. Please know the grass ain't greener when you foul home. Fouling up your home. The grass ain't greener, baby. Twisted though the grass ain't greener. Grass ain't the grass ain't greener, baby. Twisted though the grass ain't greener. Grass ain't greener, baby. Twisted though the grass ain't greener. Grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener, baby. And he a peach, he got all the answers for all your questions. For all the headaches you have at home, he is eccentric. Tell you leave your husband and make him miss you and learn a lesson. Matter of fact, you can stay with me, I'm less depressing. You smile about it, you ain't thinking how he disrespected. The more you open up, the more he talking sex with texting. You don't recognize the devil dressed up as a blessing. To be the opposite of what you stressing, that's the method. It's all game, now he's the object of your confession. But who's to blame when it's harder for you to exit? So many secrets and lies to cover what you projected. You heard the preach at church, but you ain't heed the message. Now you're blind to the changes your husband trying to make. You make him feel like crap, tell him it's all fake. You digging a hole for a soul tie you can't escape. Please know the grass ain't greener when you months late. Dang. The grass ain't greener, baby. Twisted though the grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener, baby. Twisted though the grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener, baby. Twisted though the grass ain't greener. The grass ain't greener, baby. Grass ain't greener.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. That last song you just heard was The Grass Ain't Green about Mouthpiece. Check it out. Check them out. Check everybody out. That's all the best way to do it. Check everybody out on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, or wherever you get your music. And then you can check this show out. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can even check it out on youtube.com/DONPE1 and on DragonJumpPro.com. I'm everywhere, so check it out. Now, we had an exciting time this past week. All-Star game for WNBA came. Teams came out. Sabrina Kasu Will and Skills Challenge, but Team Wilson came out prevail. What other thing? We had an honorary support of Brittany Griner, who's still detained in Russia right now. She pleaded guilty to the charges, but she also asking for mercy. Like, her doctor even said that she was okay to have that. It was basically prescribed for that. But she kind of packed it inadvertently, and it's just like, she's still been detained. Trial still going on. Hopefully we can get her released, but she's still going on. And because of that, everybody in the WNBA All-Star game came out wearing the jersey representing Brittany Griner's number 42, which I thought that was a good honor. Very good All-Star game. We had Sylvia Foes. It was Sylvia Foes' final All-Star game as well. Sue Bird Both of them are retiring at the end of the season. And Silver Foes also dunked in the game. So, got the steal, dunked in the game, and I ain't seen that sight since Lisa Leslie and also Brittany Griner, who also dunked. So, it's like, when you see a female dunking in the game, it's a great feat. Like, I enjoy it, but I also enjoyed the All-Star game. I enjoyed watching the women play because sometimes they, even though it's a lot of shooting, sometimes it gets physical as well, but they fight, they work hard, and they deserve to have equal rights. With that being said, the commissioner said that it will be charter flights all throughout the playoffs. So it was that. They're moving in the direction. They're gonna get a bigger bonus. They're gonna probably expand to 44 games, which is also meaning that they're improving, they're getting better, and I like what I see. So they're gonna continue to expand. They're gonna continue to get better and do what they need to do. Allie Quigley, she's from Chicago Sky, of course, and the All-Star game was at Wintrust Arena, home of the Chicago Sky. Allie Quigley wins her 4th three-point contest of that. And like I said, it was a good win for Team Wilson. Close game. And they continue to improve and get better each year. And I like to see the improvements. Now, we did make some improvements, though, in the NBA-wise. Danilo Gallinari reaches a 2-year deal that's worth $13 million with the Celtics. Then this is after he got the buyout with the Spurs that he got traded to. To be honest, I think he'll be a good fit with the Celtics. He's a big man that can shoot, who could play probably the 3, I should say the 4 and the 5. No, he could probably play 3, 4, and 5. So he's big and he's coming in. Him and Malcolm Brogdon coming in to do whatever they need to do, even if it's coming off the bench. Like, they give us more of a bench support cast. Malcolm Brogdon is good with playmaking and stuff like that. So I'm all for it right now. I'm all for them adding those two, and I think they'll fit in really well. Mix in with the rookies as well. We'll talk more about the rookies in Summer League in a second. But yeah, I think it's really well. And I can't wait to see what that looks like. How they gonna change that squad? How those lineups gonna shape up? So I'm waiting to see that. Right now, we got Summer League, and then we also got the Dew League. So yeah, let's get it cracking. James Wiseman is back for Golden State Warriors after he tore his ACL last year. He's back. He was looking great in Summer League too, by the way. And if those who don't know what the Summer League does, the Summer League is a way for us to see rookies who just got drafted, lottery picks, second rounders, the undrafted people who are trying to make the team or be on somebody's team, G Leaguers who are trying to make a team roster, either NBA or G League. And some players overseas, which is also some draft picks that was drafted but have not came over yet. It's a way to see how they're developing and see how they look. So far from me watching Summer League, James Wiseman has been looking really good as far as the Warriors. Also Kuminga. They are looking really well. So it's like it gives you versatile, and it's also give you prep to get ready for the regular season. Like I said, first look at these players. Some players get signed. That's how Steph Curry had got signed. What was it? Dallas, I believe? Or Portland. One of those teams he got signed after playing in the Summer League. So it's a good way to do that. I was looking at other rookies in some league too. Like Chad Hogan was looking really good. Jabari Smith was looking good. Polo Vancaro was looking good to the point where he was scoring at least 20 points in every game that I watched. He had at least 20, but they shut him down for the rest of the summer league. Giddy, after he suffered an injury last year, he was looking good, along with Hogan. And then Moody was looking really good for the Warriors. So it's like all these players has been looking really good. We even had a couple players. I felt like they got snubbed, but they were still looking good. Like Trevor Williams from Purdue was looking good in the Celtics thing, and may potentially had just got picked up by another team or signing a two-way contract as an undrafted free agent. He should. I think he, like, far as a big man, your traditional big man, he looked great. Another person is Keegan Allen. He was looking good. Jaden Ivory, unfortunately, got hurt. And E.J. Liddell, unfortunately, got hurt. He tore his ACL. So, the Pels' second-round pick, he is out indefinitely. But Jaden Ivory, he just sprained his ankle. He'll be out for probably the rest of the summer league if they don't make the playoffs, the championship game, and all that. He'll be out, but he's out. Like I said, he still looked good in his debut, and you got a couple other players that you like. You waiting to see if they're gonna make a team or not, or be, like I said, be either on a G League team or make the NBA roster. Some people do that, some people don't. But that's basically what the Summer League is. Bucks give Pat Connaughton a 3-year, $28 million extension with the Bucks. They also, Chris Middleton also had surgery on his wrist in early July to repair a torn ligament inside his wrist. So he's recuperating for that. He should be ready for training camp though. And we had Adam Silver talks about the age limitation. So what is it? You have to be 18, lowering the age from 19 to 8 back to 18. They talk about that because you really haven't had like players jump from high school. Like, let me see, Tracy McGrady, LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Kobe Bryant. Like, you haven't really had the players jump for high school, even though some of them have the potential to. That's why some people are going to G League at night. Some people are doing college, and then some people are doing other ways just to prove that they are worthy. But you haven't had that, so hopefully that age limit, they can talk about that, getting the age limit lowered to 18, and we'll see, and we'll go from there. We just take it one day at a time. You know who's taking one day at a time? John Wall is also joining the Clippers as forecasted. So his response of joining the Clippers while watching the Summer League game is he don't have to be Batman every single night, because you got Kawhi Leonard, you got Paul George, you got Reggie Jackson, you got Nicholas Batum, you got John Wall now. So it's like you got other people around you that will be able to step up. He don't have to be the one that try to step up every single night. Like with Houston, I felt like he was the one who had to step up every single night. So he don't have to be the knight in shiny armor, the top dog, the King Arthur. He ain't got to do that every night. He can be John Wall or just be there. DeAndre Ayton finally is staying with Phoenix on a 4-year deal, $130 million extension, which is the highest match extension in NBA history. But the crazy thing is, I really felt like he shouldn't have to threaten to sign. Like, he wanted to stay with Phoenix, but I really feel like he's mad at the same time because he shouldn't have to get an offer sheet from another team just for Phoenix to wake up and sign him. But here's the thing with that. So if Phoenix was going to try to trade for Kevin Durant, who's requested a trade a couple weeks ago, they won't be able to do so now because they won't be able to use Aiden, at least until January 15th. They won't be able to use Aiden in that trade, and then Aiden has to approve that trade. So he basically has to say so whether he can veto that trade. That's in his contract, and it's also that signing restriction is what it is. What it's called. It's going to be hard for them to trade for Durant, especially if you're trying to meet the steep asking price of the Brooklyn Nets, who won 4 first-round picks or 5 first-round picks, 2 superstar level players, and yeah, they want a lot for Kevin Durant. But like I said, Aiden shouldn't have to get an offer sheet from another team to do that. They should have just nipped that right in the bud right then and there on Phoenix's behalf. So that's that part, and I'm pretty sure Aiden's mad too. Like I would be if I had like basically got an offer sheet just for y'all to wake up and open your eyes like y'all want to keep me there. I'm a essential part of y'all team. Yeah, I would have probably signed that. I probably would have left. I probably would have requested a trade. Something. I would have left something along those lines. So he did that, got that situated, found that out during the Summer League game. Speaking of Summer League games, the Grizzlies scored 120 points to the Brooklyn Nets 84 in Summer League, which ties the highest amount of points scored in Summer League, and that was also by the Grizzlies in 2017. So we got more news to come, and I'll give y'all more breakdown next week. But stay tuned for another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, signing off, chucking up the deuces. Peace out.